Hi everyone, so in this video we are going to be bringing you the latest and greatest information on things in Canada. Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic. It's called scam. Now scams can actually happen to anyone, but as newcomers to Canada you might be a little bit more vulnerable, and scammers, they know that you might not be familiar with the country, and as such, they want to take advantage of you because you don't really understand the culture. So I don't want to talk about this alone because I don't have all of the full experiences. So my wife is here, my beautiful wife, and she's has some experience with this scam people. So are you excited to talk about this?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, because this is just to enlighten you so that you're aware of that some of these things do happen in Canada, but of a fact we can't really decipher where these scammers are actually coming from. So but we just know that they exist. Okay, so it can happen to anyone because but as newcomers you're much more vulnerable because these scammers, they know that you're not very familiar with the processes in Canada, the finances, the credit card, the tax system, so they'll want to take advantage of you. So in this video we'll try to cover about 5 scams and then how you should respond how you can detect if any of this happen and what you should do in any of those circumstances. So let's start with number 1. Let's talk about employment scam. Okay, so back to you. Can you remember the first time you started looking for a job in Canada? How was the experience like?
Overall, it wasn't a bad experience. Personally, I got to learn a lot from it. So from the little experience I've gathered here in Canada so far, what I do know is that first of all, you need to apply for a job, and then you get called for an interview, then you do the interview before you get a job offer. So for scammers, I'm speaking from my own personal experience, right? So I was just home one day, I got an email, someone saying, oh, we'd love to offer you this position, and on an hourly rate we're going to be paying you, I think, was it like $100 an hour?
Something like that.
It sounded too good to be true.
Yeah.
And because I was just coming to Canada and my husband didn't really know much about that, so we actually thought it was real. And then I kept chatting with the person. We started like exchanging emails, and it got to a point they wanted me to like pay a certain amount of money. So when it gets to that point, or someone even just like throwing an email at you like, we're gonna pay you this rates per hour, whereas you didn't even attend any interview whatsoever, so just you can already detect from there that this is a scam. Okay, so when you see something like that, please do not fall for it. Yeah. And
another thing you want to be careful about is sometimes they can use an address of an existing company. So which means if you go on Google to search for them, you might see them somewhere else. That's but right. A lot of the times you might not necessarily see them online. So that is first of all the biggest red flag, that these people, they are not real. And if it is a job you never really applied for, then how come they're saying that you applied for this position, and if you check the title and everything, it's only something you applied for? Just know that right away this might be scam, and just don't fall for it. Okay, don't fall for it. Okay.
Yeah, and just as an FYI, so on LinkedIn, you have if you have a profile there, usually recruiters will reach out to you. Maybe they have something that kind of like match your work experience or like your background, whatever it is that you studied back in school. So for something like that, most of them are actually real. If a recruiter is reaching out to you on LinkedIn and the recruiter is like, oh, I have this opportunity, I don't know if you'll be interested. So for something like that, if you have interest in that position, do not think that is a scam. Do not blow away that chance. You might want to take the time to like look up the job description, look up everything, look up the company to know if it's real. And if you're interested, you might as well just go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's very true. Check out their website, check out the email address, the domain name. If the domain name of the the person, the sender, doesn't match with the company that they are proclaiming to be, then that's actually not true. So right. But you can get you can be headhunted by some some of these recruiters on LinkedIn. Okay, let's move to number 2. Let's talk about impersonators of the Canada Revenue Agency. I believe you had a very funny experience and scary about this, and it's good I came to your rescue.
Yeah.
Do you want to share about that, impersonation of the Canada Revenue Agency?
Of course. It wasn't actually the CRA, so it was the same social insurance number.
Yes.
Although you can still get scammed by people who call you to be like Canada Revenue Agency
Absolutely.
agents.
Yeah. We can talk about that later.
Yeah, never fall for that. So I was on my own. No, I was just like working one day and I got a phone call, and because I was still like very new to Canada, so I didn't really know much about what was going on. So I got this phone call, and I'm just going to cut the long story short. So someone said your SIN number has been used in a province by someone. I don't really know if the person, I can't really remember if the person said it was me, but the basic thing was that my SIN number has been used to open like
an account
14 different accounts.
I don't know if the person mentioned if it was in Quebec or
I think something like that. I really can't remember.
Yeah.
So the person said, oh, your SIN number has been used to like open 14 different accounts, and right now the case is in police station. So if I hung up the call, they were going to come for me and arrest me. So immediately I heard arrest. So I was very scared, like, oh, I don't want to go back to my country. I don't want anybody to like arrest me. So I had to like stay on the call, and the person was like, are you with somebody? So there are some red flags, there are some things that they will do that will just like expose them immediately. If they say, if you're with somebody, leave there, don't answer the phone call where someone is, just know that that is a scam call. So you need to like end it on the spot. So I wasn't aware, nobody have ever told me about that before. And then immediately he said, are you with someone? I was actually working with my colleague. I'm like, yeah, I'm with someone. He's like, move away from that person. So I went somewhere, I was talking with them, they were just scaring the hell out of me that if I hung up this call, if I talk to someone, they're just gonna like call that they know my location, everything. And then when they keep asking you how many bank accounts that you have, that's another red flag. So like in the first place, social insurance number or like SIN agent, nobody's gonna call you to ask you for any vital information. But these people, they made me go to my bank account, tell them how much I have and everything, and they said what they're going to do right now is for me to go to a bank, the closest bank, withdraw everything that I had in my bank account, and then pay it through, I think, a BTC machine, something like that.
Bitcoin.
So
Like that.
I never really knew about all of those things. And something was telling me, talk to your husband, but I was just too scared to talk to him. And
I was trying to reach out to you. I was like, oh, you're not picking my call, so something is definitely. Your call was very busy. I was like, what is happening?
For a very long time. So my phone was ringing, and he, on the other hand, like I was on a call with them, and then he was like phoning me. So I had to send him a text. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you right now on the phone. I'm on the phone with like the SIN agent or like the police, because oh my god, it's really a long story. They made me get the police number in my city. They made me get a police number and call it out to them. So there was a way they like changed it, and then someone called me with the exact police number and said, oh, I'm police calling from Edmonton, so they really scared. Long story short, so he told me I had to tell him through chat what I was like dealing with at the moment, and then he said end that call on the spot. So just before I got the opportunity to end the call, the person hung up, and then like it's like when I was on the call with them, like my sense, everything, they took everything away from me, and immediately the call, like he hung the call up. I like, it's like everything came back. I'm like, oh my god, what is wrong with you? What were you about to do? Because they already made me call a taxi. I called a taxi. I was just about to go to the bank to like get. So it's a terrible experience.
It's all psychology, because they want to put fear in your mind. And just be aware that no government official will ever threaten you to say, I'm going to arrest you. That once you hear that I'm going to arrest you, then right away know that it's fraud. Once you're hearing of talking about your bank accounts and all of those things, just know that it is all a fraud. The highest that the Canada, the social insurance number, I think that's a Service Canada. They will just send a mail, right? They send a mail to a mailbox if there is anything that is not clear about your account. So don't fall for any call or anybody supposing that they are the Canada, the service Canada. So just take notice of that, so that you don't. I've actually watched a couple of videos and about there was a woman that a lady that got scammed of probably close to $10,000 in Ontario, and that was actually like she's new, she's been working for probably a year, and that's actually how much she's been saving, and then she just got scammed of everything, right? So don't fall for those kinds of scam. Okay, let's move to the next one. Let's talk about shipping and delivery scam. Sometimes you just get email and somebody, maybe I get a lot of that. They will just tell you, oh, you ordered this product on Amazon and maybe for some reason we couldn't deliver the package. Press this link to reschedule. Don't fall for those scams, because the moment any link you're not sure of, don't click on the link, because if you click on the link, they're going to take you, it's just going to be like a funnel, right? They will pick you through different process until you get to the point of entering your bank account details. And then I recently was reading a story about a woman during Christmas, this last Christmas season. So the woman, they sent an email to her that, oh, there is a delivery, but we couldn't get the delivery across to you. And the woman goes, well, this is Christmas, maybe it's my brother or maybe my husband want to surprise me with package. And then she clicked on it. She kept going. She was like, well, maybe somebody I know. And then she entered, like they asked her to enter her bank details, and she did, and then that was the end of the chat. And then the following days, I think about $5,000 left her account. So don't click on any link that you're not aware of. And if you're not expecting any product, any delivery,
exactly what I was going to say, because last week I think I've had like 3 to 4 different SMSs saying that your delivery could not be whatever, blah blah blah, click on this. I personally know I didn't order for anything. I don't know anybody who's gonna send me anything for Christmas or the year, so I didn't bother myself clicking on any link. So please be very careful out there. Absolutely.
That's right. So let's quickly just touch about a renter scam. This is not very common, but if you are, especially if you are new and you're trying to get a house, or a room in Canada, and maybe you go to Facebook Marketplace or some other Kijiji to kind of get a room, be very careful of the people you interact with, right? But I'll say probably 95% of people there on Facebook Market or Facebook Marketplace or on they are real. But there are some other people that will tell you, okay, you need to send a deposit right now. Okay, you not even see the house, they're telling you send a deposit right now to keep your spot. So
you don't know if you're ever gonna like it.
So never send a deposit until you've actually seen the house. We don't know the people that are doing this, but we just know that the thing actually do happen. Okay. Absolutely. Now let's quickly talk about the CRA. I know we mentioned that before, especially during tax season. Oh my goodness, this is very common. During tax season, especially for new students or newcomer, they don't really know how the tax work. And then somebody reach out to you and say, hey, I'm from the Canada Revenue Agency. You filed your tax wrongly and you did not declare all of your income. We're going to send police right away to arrest you.
Sorry, a quick question. Did they actually call?
CRA themselves, they don't call. I don't think they've ever called me, right? They hardly, right? Worse, they will send an email. They will send you a mail. That's the best that they do. To say they are calling you, it rarely happens. Okay? If you receive a call and say from CRA, okay, that's fine. But once they start mentioning we're going to arrest you because we filed your tax wrongly, nobody will do that. So if you file your tax wrongly, they're not going to say anything. Then by the time you come back next year and you file your tax again, they do the calculation, and all the money you were owing, you're going to pay it back.
Like every single
thing. Every single thing. So you can't owe them, right? So they won't talk to you, but they'll put a what's it called, a message in your CRA account that you have a deficit. You actually have to pay that, right? I've seen
long
things
story
like that.
short, you cannot cheat them. There's no way you're gonna cheat. If you apply for something that you're not eligible for, and then they send you the money, and then you're happy, oh, I received like $2,000, $5,000, you're still gonna pay back. If you are not eligible for that, you're still gonna pay back for sure.
Absolutely. Then let me quickly talk about this one. Sometimes you see a message, somebody will say, oh, you've won $500, you know, press this link to deposit this 500. I was like, from where? You know, people don't throw dollars around. Or do you throw dollars around?
No, nobody throws dollars
So nobody
around.
throws dollars around. So dollars is, you know, things are expensive. So for somebody to tell you, oh, you just want $500, and if you look at the thing, it's not really clear, and they tell you to click on this link for something you didn't apply for, just run away from it. Run away from it, because if you click that link, they're going to lure you, and sometimes they can even install a virus on your phone, and then they can, you know, from there hack your password and some other things like that.
They can access a whole lot of things on your phone or your computer if you just go about clicking on any link that you see. So,
absolutely.
Just watch out for that as well.
I'll just end with this. There's a lot of there's a lot of identity theft crime here in Canada. You know, basically people are using your profile to do some things, right? People have access to your social insurance number, your address, your date of birth, and all of this information. They can actually use it. And you know, I heard of some cases then when maybe Canada they have anything you can, maybe free, right? Maybe they say we're giving $500 for people, and then people actually just use other people's social insurance number to try to apply and then get, you know, put their own bank account. So all of these things happen, right? So keep your information safe. Your social insurance number, you know, you should be very, don't share it to anybody. In fact, it is only when you've gotten the employment. If anybody asks you to send social insurance number before they offer you the job, just run away. Okay, once they've offered you the job, they ask you for a social insurance number, that's fine. Once you've done your interview and you verify they're actually valid, then that's fine. And then for your phone number, you know, just make sure you don't put your phone number, you know, everywhere, because people can, they can mimic the phone numbers, right, and use it to,
even though you don't share it anyhow. I don't know how they manage to get
sometimes
it, but
I think
they still get your phone number.
They get phone number. So just be, and sometimes you get a call, you know, from some very strange number similar to your number, you know, very similar to your number. So just be very careful with those ones. So these things happen. We just wanted to bring some of this information to you so that you'll be aware. If so that in case any of this happen, you know how to respond. Don't get, you know, paranoid. Just stay calm, you know, and talk to someone. Okay, if you're not sure of anything, talk to someone, especially those that have been here in Canada for a while, and they will definitely help you out and provide you any information of what to do. So that's going to be it for today. So thank you so much. I know you're a very busy person with work, but thank you for coming around to share some of these experiences. So
it was really nice.
So if you haven't subscribed, do it to hit that subscribe button and like this video. You know, it's really going to help the YouTube algorithm, you know, recommend this video to other people. So that'll be all for today. We will see you in the next video.